Hi everyone, this is the third video for the week 5 homework. This one is going to be focused on problem 8, which is actually a lot more in depth than you might think because we had to figure out the regular salary, the bonus amount, and then normally the bonus amounts are at 25% taxes. So we're going to withhold a flat 25% on the bonus only. And then we have to use the wage bracket method for the federal income tax on the regular salary. So it's going to be a little more in depth. So I'm going to make myself notes. So 25% on our supplemental. This is just going to save time later. 2% on state. And then 1%, I believe it said, on city. 1% on city. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of information. And it looks like the bonus is 8% of the annual salary. So bonus is 8% of the annual salary. So we're going to have to do some more calculations just to be even able to figure out the supplemental amount. Okay, and then it also says, let's see, Wayne and Young are paid monthly, and everybody else is paid weekly. So I'm going to make myself a note because when we look at the tax tables, we'll need to remember that. So this is a monthly employee. This is and then everybody else is weekly. And we need the information from this problem, and that information is going to transfer over to 4-9. So let's start by figuring out supplemental incomes. So for Young and Wayne, we're going to take their regular earnings. We know it's a monthly income, so we're going to take that times 12. So their annual salary is $50,400. Now we need 8% of that for the bonus. So the bonus will be $4,032. Again, for this, we're going to take $4,150 times 12 since they're paid monthly. So their annual salary is $49,800. We're going to take that times 8%. Gives us $3,984. Now, since everybody else is weekly, it's going to be a little different. We're going to take 810 times 52, since there are 52 weeks in a year, gives us an annual salary of $42,120, and then we're going to take 8% of that, so that's $3,369.60. Again, to do that calculation, we're going to take the regular earnings, so in this case it's $715, times 52 weeks, gives us an annual salary of $37,180. Multiply that by 8%, gives us a supplemental amount of $2,974.40. I'm going to pause the video and finish out the rest of the supplemental incomes for you. Okay, and so now we need to make sure we do the totals at the bottom too. Again, since we did not use formulas in the cells, we're going to just do auto sum. If you ever get the hash marks on your problems, it's just because your columns are not wide enough. So just go up to the letter to the column and you're just going to double click and it's going to automatically enlarge it for you. Now for column B for the totals, again, since we didn't use formulas, we can have Excel do it as long as we select the regular and the supplemental only. And so that gives us the total amount. And I'm just going to copy the formula down to make it easier for myself. Again, I'm going to let auto sum. Okay, and there's the earnings amounts that we needed to figure out. Now we have to figure out the OASDI and the HI. On your homework, we'll actually have everybody, there are no additional calculations you're going to need for OASDI because everybody is fully covered with that as we figured it out. So we're going to take the total amount, so in this case it's the 8232 times the 6.2%. And so the OASDI is $510.38. It's $510.38. And again, it's going to be the same calculations as we would normally do for HI. So we're going to take the 8232 times the 1.45% is $119.36. Okay, so let's do Gina Young, and then I will pause it and finish the rest of the calculations for those. So that's 504.31. So it's $117.94. Okay, so now we are ready to do our federal income tax. And this is where it's going to get a little tricky. What I would suggest is I would figure out all of the supplemental federal income tax first and then write that off to the side, since we know that it's a flat 25%. So we're going to take our 4032. We're just going to focus on our supplemental income right now. So we're going to take our 4032 times 25%, gives us $1,008. So that's their supplemental federal income tax. For this, it doesn't matter how the employees are paid. So $39.84. So that's $996. Oops, keep pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, so we have $3369.60, $842.40. So again, I'm just gonna pause the video and finish out the rest of these calculations. Okay, now that we have the supplemental income tax calculated, we can now focus on the regular amount of their federal income tax. So we're going to use the wage bracket method. So remember, the first two employees are monthly. So let's go to the monthly pages. Single, married, these are weekly, bi-weekly, month, semi-monthly, monthly. So they're both married. So I'm going to enlarge it, or I'm going to try to at least, if the computer decides to cooperate. There we go. So Brett Wayne is married, 5 allowances, and his regular income is $4,200. So 4,200 less than 4,240, and he's 5 allowances. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So his regular income tax is $199. So I'm just going to write it off to the side. So this one is $4,150. $4,150 is between $4,120 and $4,160. She has 2 allowances. So we're at 0, 1, 2. So it's 337. Okay, now we have to go back to the weekly pages. So we're going to go back up to the weekly. Okay, so weekly. The first person is single and has 1 allowance. Weekly, single, 1 allowance. $810. So it's going to be over here. At least 810, but less than 820. So this one additional is $95. Now we have married, 4 allowances. Which is at $715. So it's going to be down here, 710, but not more than 720, with 4 allowances, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's $24. So now to calculate the actual amount we're going to list for federal income tax is we're going to take the amounts that we have. So we're going to take the 1,008 plus 199 gives us $1,207 for their income tax. Again, so we're just going to add 996 plus 337 gives us $1,333. And then 842.40 plus 95, 937.40. Then 668.60 plus 24 is 692.60. I don't think that one's quite right. So let's double check our calculations. So our supplemental income is $2974.40 times 25%, $743.60. So let's try the math again. There we go, $767.60. And I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and finish the federal income tax. Okay, now that we have the federal income tax done, we are getting close to being done. This is going to be the calculations for city income tax and state income tax are just like what we did for problem 4.5. So we're going to take the total income, so 8232 times 2% is 164.64. Next one we're going to have, let me move the calculator over, is 8134 times 2% is 162.68. And then let's do a couple of the city income tax. So 8232 times 1% is 8232. 8134 times 1% is 8134. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and finish the rest of the state income tax and city income tax calculations. Okay, now we're ready for the net pay calculations. Again, this is just like what we did on 4-5. We're going to take their total income. So in the first case, it's 8232. And then we're just going to subtract out all of the taxes. Oops. Let's see. and so their income would be $61,480.30. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and finish the rest of these calculations. Okay, and now just like on problem 5, we're going to the taxable earnings. In this case, it's just going to be the $37,986.40. And that's going to be the same for both the OASDI and HI. And we need to make sure we calculated the taxes for the employer correctly. So we're going to take the $37,986.40 times the 6.2%. So this is at $2,355.16. Okay, and now the HI taxes. Those are usually going to be different. The OASDI is usually going to be the same as you calculated, but the HI is usually a couple of pennies different just due to rounding. This is $550.80. In this case, it's the same. And that's all you need to do for problem 8. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a great day.